Hey man, nice bike.
You told me this was stupid.
I think this is a silly bike. Jesse, why'd you get this bike? What bike is this?
This is the Cervelo R5-CX.
CX standing for cyclocross.
Cyclocross.
And what did you want this bike for?
So I've been wanting an endurance road bike for a while. If you shop around for endurance road bikes, either they have a weird gimmick, like a really like something like just like we got the pogo stick comfort madoodle. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's not what I want in my bike. When the NV Fray came out, I was like, that's gonna be a bike that I really want to try. And then you look at the stack height and it's so tall that I can't ride it, which is a personal problem. It's not a problem with the quality of the bike, it's a bike fit problem. The Fray was so close, man.
So what you're saying, you were looking for a road bike
Yeah.
that fits big tires,
Yes.
but has race bike geometry.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is it.
Yeah.
What about that? Do you think that's close to what you want?
No.
Dang it.
Although the reason that I've decided to go with this is because of how much I love that bike.
You love the new Cervelo.
I can't believe how much I love that bike. I'm excited to do a full review of that, but spoiler, it is in the top spot for my bike of the year right now.
Are we doing a bike of the year?
Yeah, I decided. I think we should.
That's a fun thing.
I think we should, yeah. And like, I can't believe how much I enjoy riding that. It's reinvigorated my want to go ride a gravel bike, which is really weird. So this is the newest Cervelo that Trey's got the camera pointed at. The R5-CX has...
You basically have a top cap on the Cervelo.
Yeah, so the top cap, the R5 is 20 mil shorter than the Cervelo. So what that means is that we're actually gonna use what we both were talking about this before we started filming. This is really cool. It's just like one piece.
So this is 20 mil of spacers
Yeah.
and a top cap, but all in one. So rather than running
like the stack.
rather than running a bunch of pieces, you get to run one piece just looks clean.
The more that I've like started to kind of like look into Cervelo's stuff, the more I enjoy the small details like this. The way that we're gonna get into some of the like interesting things about this bike as we build it, but just starting off, like, that's sick.
Special edition plug?
Yeah, it fits the...
Hold on, show it. I can't see.
Check that out.
Dang.
It's not a circle.
For the cables.
Yeah, which is another feature of this bike that I thoroughly enjoy on the Cervelo. So the way that they've designed this internal cable routing is just, in my opinion, the best I've ever
Why do you like
with.
it? Is it just easier to use?
Yeah. You'll get to see Trey.
I'll be watching. I'll watch the YouTube to learn.
Yeah. Did you not watch this Cervelo video?
Nope, I've never been on YouTube before.
That makes sense.
Dang it, you just broke it.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
How many bikes do you think that's been on?
That break?
Yeah.
Probably like 6.
I would assume so at this point, yeah.
Somewhere around there.
This is the only thing that was hard about building the Cervelo too, which is that this is not tubed, so it's just like...
That probably saved like 4 grams on this bike.
Yeah, I know.
Would you rather have tubing or 4 extra or less grams?
Probably tubing.
Yeah, good choice. Do those shoes match those pants?
I don't know, do they?
I don't know.
We're almost done with the bike build.
Okay.
Yeah, all the hard parts are done.
Mounting the brakes.
Yeah.
Do you think bottom brackets are a hard part?
Not on this bike, no.
Okay, good.
It's threaded.
We like threaded stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have experience now. Before, on the Cervelo, it was a little tricky because I didn't know what I was doing, but now I totally am confident in installing it.
I like press fit stuff because then you get to use cool tools.
I miss the press fit tools.
Bearing presses
We don't use
are
them.
fancy. and
Like, we
fun.
don't use them as often as we used to.
Back in the press fit days.
Yeah.
So are you gonna do cyclocross now? You have a cyclocross bike.
I highly doubt that I will be entering any cyclocross.
You should do single speed world championships.
Just so I can lose and be sad.
It looks like the most fun race on the planet.
Oh,
Wait.
that's the party race.
Yeah, the party race.
You know,
where
if it was...
There's people there that are like legit trying to win, and then they just get like pummeled by some guy in a costume in the middle of a race.
To be honest with you, if I was still drinking, I would be down, but I just don't know.
It's a drinking race.
Yeah, like it just doesn't seem like the right spot for me.
I mean, you have a cyclocross bike. Why else would you get a cyclocross bike?
Well, that's actually like a really interesting thing. Like, I just think it's going to be really sick, like wander Earth exploring machine, you know, like, you know how whenever I go ride, Trey, I'm always like in really bizarre towns and like different places that no
Like
one's ever been.
Gary, Indiana.
I would go riding.
Can we go wander Earth through there?
Yeah, we need to. So we're gonna have to if we want to fill in the map. Somebody recently completed all of Thailand. They rode every road in Thailand.
Do they have roads there?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't need a gravel bike. A road bike's not adventurous enough. And I get it. Like I said this earlier, I just didn't like the look of any of the current endurance road bikes enough to like pull the trigger on it. And I think that's really the thing here. It's like I just wanted like an endurance road bike, and I think they're all overcomplicated and like a little over-engineered.
I think there's a couple cool ones out there, but we don't sell them and can't get them.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
You're
so
right.
we shouldn't even talk about them.
Yeah, you're right. I don't
There's
want to
not
say,
a lot though.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of cool ones.
The Cervelo Caledonia was interesting, but then like why would you buy that whenever this bike can fit like a 40?
I feel like you would buy that because this bike probably is not going to ride that great on the road, is my opinion. But we're going to find out.
It's the R5.
CX.
It's still an R5.
I think we'll find out and see how you like it.
Well, that's the other interesting thing about this video is that it's kind of a little bit of an experiment.
It's definitely an experiment.
These are backwards.
That looks like a tangled messy.
Well, I'm fixing it. So check out how this works. So it's got this split ring, and you just kind of shove them both on there.
Do both hoses go through that hole?
Yeah.
What do you do if you run mechanical shifting on this bike?
You can't.
I love that.
I do too. Buddy.
I caught it.
Are you bleeding again?
No. Well, maybe with the red
Trey
sauce.
had a blood accident today. I won't get into the details.
Oh, look. It looks like my finger's sliced open
Yeah.
and it's gushing.
Okay, wait a second. We gotta start over now.
I thought you had it.
Why would I have it?
Because this is your bike, man. You
All right.
gotta have it.
This is the rear. Now,
Lower or higher?
well, okay, wait. This just needs to like swing around. Now, okay, so it needs to go like.
That's where you want to be, right
Yeah.
there.
There we go. Now we're cooking.
I think the bike almost just broke in half.
It's an off-road bike.
Oh, off-roading.
Yeah.
Is that why it's got camouflage?
Yes.
Okay. You know how they make like different colors of camo? Like blue and regular green, and then like white camo for the Arctic,
Yeah.
and this one's purple? I think you should get clothes of every color camo and wear them all while riding this bike.
I can.
That would be interesting.
So this is how the hoses work, Trey. You stick them in there, and then you just grab it.
Come on.
Well, it's like,
Come on.
there we go. Oh.
If you get it done in under a minute, it's still a win. Because this is like Envy's, except Envy's you have to use the Blue Boys.
Envy, I was doing a MOG last night, and I barely could do it by myself, to be honest with you.
Because of the stem routing?
I dropped the fork on the floor. It was like,
We almost just dropped your fork on the
yeah,
floor.
you caught it. But yeah, why? See, like look at how like you can just get in there.
Why don't they just make it a smooth surface on the inside so when you push the hoses, they just come out where they're supposed to?
That would be smart.
That would be so smart. Dang, that's a tight one.
It's because it's not like a circle. It's not going anywhere.
Do you think these hoses are going to be long enough for your size 44 mil bars?
No.
Look how long they are. Would you be down to do like a time test of your 44s and then we'll swap them to my 38s?
Yeah.
And see how much faster you go?
I'm done. I just think this is like a dope computer mount.
Okay, let me see.
So like this part like hooks into there,
Oh, it hooks.
and then you put the little nut,
Okay.
and then you just bolt it on.
That's not too difficult.
I think it's a good.
It's kind of like the
route.
Specialized one, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the hole in the stem.
It depends on which Specialized one you're referring to. This is like the future stem.
Yeah, the future stem is what
I guess was the SL8 stem like this too. Sorry, the SL7 stem.
Yes, SL7.
Yeah, so it's like the SL7 stem.
But without the little hook thing on the Garmin mount.
So this is better.
Yeah, sure. Cervelo bar for a Cervelo.
Cervelo.
44?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
That's something like a cyclocrosser would do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is this on the right?
Yes,
Sorry.
I made them on the right side.
Okay. I was just
Do you trust me?
Yeah. So the cables just like kind of go underneath there.
And then they run through the little cable guides under the bar.
Yeah.
That's easier than routing through the bar, right?
Yeah. And it's like the same.
Does that mean you have to wrap your bar all the way to the stem to hold the hoses in?
No.
What do you do? Just
Well,
make
once it's
sure
in
they're
there, it's like-
perfect flush.
Yeah, once it's in there, it's like chill. Bonus feature.
Do you know why you have that?
No.
You don't?
Well, I read about it, so it's like a
It's-
special.
Because cyclocrossers have to do hop over the barriers, like jump off and then hop, and then they jump back on their bike and they like freaking land on it real hard. And the double seat post keeps your seat post from going like, whoosh.
Do you think I should install it?
Are you going to be jumping on your bike?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
But it's a cool thing, I guess.
I'm stoked on it.
There's a lot of bikes out there that should have a double clamp because their seat posts fail all the time. Not to name names. Old Red, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm not a hater of New Red, but I
Tell us what you think.
I just like Old Red better.
I think you're the first person I've heard say that.
I know. And
Do you know why? Why do you say that?
Because the new ones don't fit my hands that well.
That's so weird. I love the new ones so much.
I like the shape of it, but like, I ride so much with my hands on the big honking horn things, the reservoir,
Big honking horn things.
and now they're small.
Yeah.
And I really
They don't want your hands up there anymore.
And that's
for
the
sure.
problem. It's like I want my hands up here.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
can see that.
And then the cool feature is the button, right?
But it's in the wrong
It's
spot.
in. I
agree
can't
with
even
that
press it,
100%.
so, like we already have this. Actually, I mean, like, is this the cracked one?
Yeah, it's cracked.
Yeah. So this is my original Shram Red that I bought. This said, I know it's the OG one because it's the cracked one. I'm just gonna keep using it.
Is that safe?
It's been safe.
Okay. That's
It's
all
been
that
like that for
matters.
2 years,
Yeah.
and I'm not even joking at
Now
all. That
you're-
was on my checkpoint.
Now you can't do bunny hops on this bike or else you'll die.
I don't think it's actually a big deal.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine. We are going to put the new red derailleur on it though. Because if you look, this is not a UD8. This is actually a really cool axle, but it's not
I don't. Why?
compatible.
Oh, we should talk about this. Why do you think this is cool? And it's similar in the front.
I
where
just think
it
it's
has
because you can like, you
a
can
metal piece like screwed in there.
you can like replace your dropout if
Yeah.
you like had a problem, which is really nice, I think.
I feel like dropouts aren't something that like go bad often, but like we know how to screw in our through axles, so
Yeah.
some people might not and would frick up their threads in here. And if you did, you could just replace that instead
Yeah.
of replacing your frame.
I honestly
It's
do
smart.
think it's a good
It's a
idea.
smart thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if all bikes should have it, but I think it's smart.
Trey abandoned the build.
He started crying.
Anyway, we're gonna persevere. So we got the G1 RS. This has been my favorite tire I've owned in a really long time, y'all. And if you're looking for a set of these, definitely hit us up at thebicyclestation.com. We have, I think, a couple sets in stock right now. We're always trying to get restocks on this, but it's just such a nice tire. I actually I found a really odd tire. I found a 38 Pro ones that I was gonna put on this bike, but I realized that I ordered them from overseas and misjudged when the tracking number said it was gonna be delivered, so we're not gonna be installing those today. We have the G1 RS. Schwabel. Definitely hit us up if you're looking for Schwabel tires, or we have tons of brands in stock. Show everybody our tire wall. We got all these tires. You can order them right now. hit us up at thebicyclestation.com. It's hilarious how small 40 looks nowadays.
Crazy.
Do you remember how big they used to be?
Yeah.
Now, like, look at this in comparison to like a 45 of the same tire. It's kind of.
That looks like a big road tire now.
That's exactly what we're gonna use it for, because I can't read and misunderstood. I ordered tires from, like, I guess Asia. I don't really know. Like, I was checking the tracking and it was like, it's gonna take a month. So those big road tires, hopefully when they actually do arrive, I'll try those out too. But I think that the G1 RS is the best tire in this category on the market right now, so no reason to not use a really good product. We already talked about this in the Cervelo video, but this is the T47i, and we're gonna do a better job installing it this time.
Maybe.
Here we go. Do you see how it's spinning them both?
Piece of junk.
Junk.
They're like a 47,000.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dang.
We're ready for the spin test 1000
With the 47,000 tooth.
with the
I
47,000.
can't even catch it.
Dude's too fast. Whoa.
Let's get a battery on there. Robots.
Robots.
Cutting hoses.
Big cutting hoses situation.
Let's double check. Make sure we got the right ones in the right spot. Yep, that's the front brake.
Have you ever set a bike up like that?
Yeah,
Like on accident?
maybe like a long time ago. I'm a big double checker, you know.
Especially on something like this.
You know, I always make you double check stuff. It's so you can be efficient.
Oh?
See that technique?
Oh, yeah.
Years of practice.
Big technique guy.
Do you see that? You
Oh,
get that
yeah.
on camera?
Oh, yeah.
That's the pro way to thread a barb on.
Just freaking do it.
Yeah. Sick.
Only if the brakes were wireless.
We keep asking and nobody listens to us. Why do you think they don't listen to us, Jackson?
I don't know. It's kind of dumb. What are you guys doing out
Nobody
there?
wants to make money. Like, think about how many wireless brake sets we would sell.
Billions.
Billions.
We wouldn't sell billions. You would make billions. We might sell billions.
Starting tomorrow, Jackson's gonna start a new brake company.
Comment what the name should be.
Yeah, let us know. We were debating this. This bar tape I reuse bar tape all the time, so I have a bunch of options laying around. And I just don't know. I just really like this bar tape, y'all. And I think we concluded that it looks not that weird. What do you think, Jackson?
I think it's kind of good.
I think it's kind of good too.
I'll give it a high mid.
What is that? Does it look weird?
No. Run it.
It really doesn't.
Run it. It looks sick.
All my bikes have the same bar
It
tape.
kind of looks like a cow.
A what?
A cow.
I would do cow bar tape. Who makes that?
I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of sick.
The end of this is all tore up.
Dang it.
It's because we reused.
How many bikes has it been on? Probably 4?
I think 2.
2.
You think that looks good?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we got to do it, y'all.
Got the surgical glue out.
This is like covered in like oil. What happened to this?
I don't know. That was what Trey used to glue his finger.
I hope he's doing okay.
Me too.
I was taking thumbnail photos of the bike and I was riding it around downtown Columbus. It occurred to me, so the thing that I was the most concerned about was the high bottom bracket on this bike, which is really good for cyclocross, but I don't care about that. It occurred to me that my shorter inseam actually, and if I'm wrong, just tell me I'm an idiot, but I kind of feel like the shorter inseam that I have really works well with this bike, because there's not too many reviews of this bike, but all of them kind of were worried about that too, and how a lot of them said you're riding on top of the bike more than you're riding in the bike, and I don't feel like that on it, and I think that's just because my seat's not super high. It just kind of looks really neutral. I didn't have to jack it up super high to match to the BB. The fit on it was excellent. Hopefully my quick ride translates into some longer distance stuff. So yeah, short legs with a higher BB might actually end up being a really important thing in how this bike rides for me. Who knows? We'll find out. What do you think?
Mid.
It feels fast. It's definitely got way more speed, like get up and go, than the Cervelo, which is kind of what I was hoping for. I hope it's as comfortable. I hope it is. I don't know. We're gonna find out, and we will be making more content with this bike. I was gonna ride it tonight, but it's raining.
Dang it.
It's really light. What do you think it's gonna be, Jackson?
Like 14 and a half. I'll go 15.
I think it's 16.
15.
Let it settle. What's it at?
It's still moving.
I'm pretty sure it's 17.
It's like high 16.
Is it settling on 16?
No, it's like 16, 9, 7, and 17 even.
We're gonna call that 16.
It's like
It's
close.
like barely 16. That's pretty good. Do you think that's good?
It's mid.
Well, this has been an interesting build. I guess my whole idea is kind of weird, and I realize that, but I think it's gonna work out to suit me super well, as long as this bike's comfortable, which I hope it is, because I'm just so blown away by how comfortable that Cervelo Aspero is. If y'all would like to have us build a bike for you like this, hit us up. The links to our email and our e-com shop below. Definitely subscribe for more content. This has been the R5-CX. Really cool bike, and pretty excited to ride this, hopefully tomorrow if it's not raining.